Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Hager number 1447 in a US4 finish. This is a satin brass finish drive-in ball catch. You can certainly see why they call it a ball catch. Drive-in because you just drill a round hole and you insert it in, or you drive it in. Okay. This is going to include a strike, a full lip strike. It's going to include a couple of screws, of course, to hold that strike in, and a complementary finish. And where are you going to use this? Where will you use it? Where will you see it? Residential applications, typically where you're going to have a linen closet, maybe on a bedroom level of a home. It's common to have just a single dummy and then a ball catch. You'll see this in a hotel where you have a suite and there's a pair of doors separating the couch TV area from the bedroom. Those are generally not privacy function. There's just a set of dummies and a pair of doors. Well, you're going to install these into the top rail of one of those doors, just to keep the doors in the closed position. Very typical for that. Let's go over the dimensional properties of this item, and while I'm doing that, let's go over the finishes. Let's try to go from memory. 1447 Hager is going to be available in the antique bronze finish, the matte oxidized relieved bronze finish, which is a 10R. So 10A and 10R. You'll be able to get this in a satin nickel finish, an antique nickel finish, a polished brass finish, a satin brass finish, obviously, an antique brass finish, polished chrome, and satin chrome. You'll be able to get it all those finishes. 9, I think, is what it is. So they'll be able to handle pretty much anything that you're actually doing finish-wise. So dimensional properties. Let's go over it. This is a typical 2 1/4 inch tall strike that you will see in wood frames. Okay, that's common. An overall width of this is about 1 inch and 3/8, with a center of the screw hole to the edge of the lip length of about 7/8. Now the outside diameter of the ball catch is about 1 inch and 1/16, just heavy on 1 inch. The drill size for this is 15/16. And you may have noticed I pulled that sleeve off. And when you drill that 15/16 hole, you'll need to have this on there. And these two little perforations that are here, that when you seat this into the door or in the edge of the door, I would use a piece of wood. I would make sure it's secure so the ball wasn't getting rattled, and I'd gently tap that down into the hole. Is how I would do it. Before getting to that point, you might need to mortise for the strike plate. You're likely doing a replacement as well, but if you're doing a new installation, there's a link below this video to a document called Installation Instructions. And really the only important thing that you need to know is the notes area, where it refers to a dimension Y. Dimension Y is half the door thickness plus 1/8 of an inch. So if you're doing 1 inch and 3/8 door, take half of that, then add 1/8. 1 inch and 3/8 divided by 2 plus 1/8 of an inch is 13/16 maybe? Yep, let's call it 13/16. So from the face of the stop to the center line of the strike, the screws, is 13/16. And this, we're assuming you're installing this in the center of the door. You're going to want to be careful of that. And then, of course, this x-axis line is also centered. Okay. Adjustable. You can see that there are a couple of snake eyes there at 3 and 9. You'd be able to insert something sharp in there. I can even do it with my hand and get that to rotate. And you can see how I'm adjusting the projection of this. I've had people ask me, how do you remove it? Because it's failed and they can't, easily get it to come out. And that's very true. But if you continue to unthread that, it will come out. And then you can remove that spring, and then you can just dig and claw the rest of this out. That it will be how you'll do it. And if it's damaged or broken, you'll just have to get it out. You just have to pull it out any way that you can. So it's a very common sort of ball catch, what you're going to see, this 1447. Now the name Hager is synonymous with all things trim and auxiliary hardware, not only for residential applications, but certainly for commercial as well. Door stops, kick plates, push and pull hardware. But that's just the beginning with Hager. Lock sets, exit devices, door closers, electrified hardware, sliding track and hangers, signage like you'd have on a bathroom, handicap compliant signage, filler plates that you'd use in steel doors and steel frames, aluminum continuous geared hinges under the Roton name, but it's their namesake Hager hinge that they're most widely known for. When it comes to commercial, residential, institutional hinges, Hager has it covered. They've been in the business since well before the Civil War. It's a fact that they're quite proud of, and they have a very comprehensive offering of hardware. If you have any questions on the Hager 1447, satin brass ball catch, or any other Hager product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.